Please ignore how I'm in bed today. But tonight it's late. But today I wanted to talk about dreams, because I dream a lot. And it never really occurred to me that lots of other people don't dream as much as I do. I dream like pretty much every night, and my friend doesn't have dreams. Well, I'm sure he does because it's part of REM sleep, but some people just don't remember a lot of their dreams, and I remember every single one of them pretty much, unless I don't write them down. But I had a dream last night that, so just for some context, recently I've been working at a nursery on work experience, but I had a dream last night that I hired it out. Obviously, like, there weren't any kids there, but I hired the area out so that me and my friends could go there to just like hang out. And one of my friends, even though it was supposed to be just like a small group, one of my friends invited like every single person I've ever known, and I got told off by the people who owned the nursery for inviting too many people. And it turns out that the people who owned the nursery were like my best friend's parents, and I was like, damn, they just don't like me anymore. But I mean, obviously it's a dream and they do like me still, but I hope. But what I wanted to say was that, like, when I have a dream, the feeling that I felt in the dream will affect the feeling that I feel in the morning. So if I've had, you know, that dream, it wasn't like a nightmare, but it was a dream that was, it had like a bad feeling in it. So I was sad because I thought that, you know, my best friend's parents didn't like me anymore. So when I wake up in the morning, I'm feeling sad. And I feel like nobody likes me anymore, even though it's just a dream. And that was sort of the feeling I had this morning. But I mean, it's fine now, like, it's gone away, but every single time I have a bad dream, that is the feeling that I feel in the morning. Or if, like, I have a dream that someone has died that I love, I'll wake up in the morning and I'll think, damn, like not like, because they're not dead, but I'll get the feeling that they aren't alive anymore, even though they're right there. But anyway, my dreams are just like so real to me, even though they're not. But yeah, it just makes me have like those mixed feelings on dreams, because having a good dream is so great. Like you just have a really great dream. Like, it's like your best life. You're living your best life in your dream, and you wake up and you're not living your best life, but that gives you a good feeling for the day. Like, something that you really wanted to happen happens in a dream, and you wake up the next morning and you're like, yes. I don't know if it's just me, but I always get that feeling. If I have a feeling in a dream, I'll just feel it the next morning. But also I like to dream and wake up in the morning and think, that was so weird. Like, I keep saying, like, this is something I need to stop. The filler words, or whatever people call them. Okay, for the rest of this video I'm not going to say another filler word. What was I saying? What was I saying? I was talking about dreams. You have a really good dream, and it gives you a really good feeling for the next day. What was I talking about? I've got no clue. Oh yeah, having really weird dreams. I'll have a really weird dream, and I'll wake up in the morning, and it's just so funny, and I get to tell people that I've had a funny dream. And anyway, that was in the background. I needed to say that. I hate myself. Anyway, tomorrow I'm going swimming with some friends. which will be fun. And also I've had some holidays confirmed, because it is the summer at the moment. I've had my holidays confirmed. I'm going with my friends. So I'm going with one friend for 2 weeks pretty much, and then I'm going with some other friends for a week, which will be really great. That's going to be really fun. One thing that I really hate is when people say that they prefer the winter over the summer, which is like, okay, some people actually do, okay, and that's like great, but when people are in the winter, they'll say, oh, I prefer the summer, I hate it being cold. And then the same person in the summer will say, oh, I hate the summer, I love the winter, I want it to be cold, I love the heat. No, I love the cold, I hate the heat. But just like, oh my god. It's just people always want the opposite of what they have. And I see it in the weather all the time. I never really have an issue with heat because I don't know, I just find it easy to deal with. Sometimes in the UK, which is obviously where I live, because you can tell by my accent, but like, obviously in the UK, because the UK is not made for heat at all, it does get a bit exhausting sometimes being in the heat, but it's not something that I can't handle. But I definitely prefer the heat. I mean, I think I said it in my last video that I've like 100, even though I've not been diagnosed, but bro, I feel like a 2020 kid, like self-diagnosing, but I've like 100% got seasonal affective disorder for the winter, because I just lose like every single thing that I like to do. I just lose it. Like, in the winter I'm literally on survival mode. There's nothing that I like to do. I'm just getting through the days and trying to finish school and get to the next, half term. Anyway, it's the summer now. Summer holidays have started. They started on Friday. I'm trying to quit my job at the moment. I'm trying to quit my job. I work at I'm kind of like working as like a server at the moment, and it's kind of stressful, like low-key, it's a bit stressful. And honestly, like, it's just a bit stressful, and my boss, I've only ever seen my manager one single time on a shift, properly, where she's actually been working, and the only time she saw me working was a day I was not having a good day, and she just shouted at me. And that shift, I was actually covering my friend, and I'm never going to cover that friend ever again. I will. But every single time I cover that friend, I always have the worst shift of my life. So, whatever. Anyway, I'm trying to leave that job at the moment because I really want to work at this nursery that I went on for work experience. I really, really want to work there, because it is so nice there, and not to like toot my own horn or anything, but I'm really great at working with kids, because I've got my own nephew. Can I show you a picture of him? Actually, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. I've got a nephew and I've got a niece. And I would like to say I'm great with kids, and I'm great with my nephew. And I just find it really easy to just talk to kids, because they aren't going to judge you for anything that you say. Like, I just love it. I loved working there, and I've got an Aura ring. And at my work that I work at the moment, every time I'm there, this like will detect like your stress and stuff. So my stress at work, I'm just going to show you because it's really bad. So this is my stress at work, you can see. No, at school actually. Never mind, I'm dumb. Anyway, this is my stress at school. So the top category is stressed, so I'm pretty much in stress all day. But this was my stress at the nursery. And I'm not... Did you see that? Ooh, and I'm not in stress at all then. So I think that it just shows, like, I should just be working. Oh, I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. I think I spoke last time about my future and how I want to go volunteering and stuff. I actually spoke to my parents about that, and my mum was like, no, Daisy, that's dodgy. And then my dad backed me up, thank you. And he said, no, it's not dodgy, loads of students do that. So I am just going to do it anyway, because my dad loves me. Oh, I'm so stupid. Not even funny. My dad said that it wasn't dodgy. Anyway, if I was to end up going to university, I would go to university for psychology because that's my favourite subject at the moment. If I was like to properly do a university course, like a proper university course, I would do psychology. But if I decide that I don't really want to go to university properly, like, I would... Okay, actually, like, this sounds really dumb, because I'm gonna end up going to university either way, but psychology is a completely different course. I want to become a teacher if I don't ever do psychology. I want to become a primary school teacher, and obviously I'm gonna go down the university course because I don't want to become a teacher's assistant, because I just don't want to be a teacher's assistant. I want to be a proper teacher with my own classroom. And if I go down the university course, I'll be fully qualified and I'll be able to get that job that I need. And there is literally a university down the road from me that I can just like get a placement there. So I'm just gonna do that. But anyway, I don't really think that there's anything else I have to talk about at the moment. I'm going swimming tomorrow with my friends. And then on Thursday, I'm going to the beach with my other friend. And I don't know what else I'm gonna do. Tomorrow I'm also gonna go to the gym in the morning, I think, because it's the summer now and I don't just want to spend all my time inside. Actually, last summer I spent a lot of my time on my phone and inside, but I have literally deleted every single thing interesting on my phone. This is one thing that I need to get into. I've literally deleted every single interesting thing on my phone that I could ever scroll through other than Pinterest. I can scroll through Pinterest and Snapchat, and I find Snapchat so distracting, but it's literally how I talk to people, unfortunately. I hate it though. And it's also got a lot of my photos on it from ages ago, and I don't know, I just feel like maternal towards that. But anyway, I can't delete that because that's how I talk to people. And anyway, there's literally nothing to do on my phone, so I feel obliged to get up and get out. I hate this. Ugh, I look dumb. I feel really dumb like doing this, but it's nice to just talk and not, I don't know. I don't even know what I was talking about. Yeah, my phone. There's nothing to do on it anymore, so I do other things instead. I've got a list on my phone. This is like, I mean, it's a bit ironic, really. But I've got a list on my phone of things to do when I'm not on my phone, because I don't know, I like to write in my diary, and I write a lot. I just find it interesting. So a lot of the things on my no phone list are to write in my journal, like certain like little topics to write about. I'm reading Daisy Jones and the Six at the moment, and it's pretty good. It's like the first sort of book that I've read that's in this format, other than like Shakespeare, which I did at school. But so reading is on my list, writing is on my list, writing a story, like to like brainstorm a story and maybe start writing it, because I do like to write. Stretch, write a bucket list. See, a lot of it is just writing. Clean my room and do little bits in my room. Draw. Last year when I finished my GCSEs, I realised that I am a good drawer. Well, I'm not really. Like, I don't really do it a lot, but I drew this ladybird. This is made out of oil pastels. Is that how you pronounce it? Whatever. Meditate. I do really want to start getting more into that. I'll do that in the summer. And then I'm also a plant mum. I've got loads. My room. I've got 3. I call myself a plant mum. I've got 3 plants. But I do want to get more, okay? Care for my plants. Go on a walk. I'm so lucky to live in like a more of a foresty area. So there's lots of nice walks to go on. Do a face mask. Go swimming. I love swimming. I literally love swimming so much. Create a list of things. Yeah, just like writing. Yeah, and then the rest of it's just writing. Anyway, that was really boring. I'm bored now. I'm gonna let you guys go. You guys, there's like 2 people where. Anyway, I've literally got nothing else to talk about at the moment. I'm gonna start writing, because I have been thinking about things during like the time that I've not been talking to myself. I like think about things to talk about, and I'm gonna start writing them down, so that I've got more topics to talk about, even though I don't think anybody really cares that much. But anyway, I'm gonna go. This was low-key boring, and I'm really sorry, but I hope that it was kind of okay.